According to the Oxford Dictionary, for something to be real, it must actually exist or be happening. And according to philosophy, there are three main ways in defining this reality. The idealist theory explains how reality is confined only to the mind. Plato was the original idealist. Plato believed that reality could only be accessed through the mind. Plato's theory that all material everyday life is merely an illusion is called the theory of forms. We live in the world of becoming, but the ultimate goal is the world of being. The material world is made up of illusions, and this can all be explained through Plato's allegory of the cave, where a prisoner escapes the cave only to learn that everything he thought was real was only an illusion. Plato believes that the soul is the only connection that we, material people, have to true reality, the world of being. The Irish philosopher George Berkeley was another famous idealist. George Berkeley believed that ideas can only exist in the mind, and that all things are ideas. Therefore, logically speaking, all things must also exist in the mind, although it's perception that is the key to reality. Material things no longer exist if they are not being perceived or perceiving themselves. The five senses, sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch, are the living thing's tools to perceive. And it's the all-seeing God who perceives the world and gives it its ultimate existence. Although, without God, Berkeley's theory could be considered very weak. With Berkeley's theory, if God did not exist, neither would our reality. Materialism is a theory that states that what is ultimately real consists of matter and/or energy. Aristotle was the original materialist. He believed that the ultimate reality is the substance of our daily lives. The world that we live in and that we see is real. Aristotle pictured the world as a giant organism, always growing and seeking knowledge. Although to Aristotle, people have very limited perception, which is why reality can still be questioned. There are many other philosophers who can be categorized as materialists, including Hobbes, who believed thoughts are the motions of atoms, and many pre-Socratic philosophers, such as Thales, who believed in water, or Democritus, who believed in fundamental stuff, or small particles. Dualism is the last view on reality. René Descartes was a dualist who believed that the body and mind have a connection to create reality. For example, feelings, though immaterial, may affect your everyday material actions. The mind-body problem is the biggest issue with dualism, and it's still being debated today. What connects the mind and the body so they can work together? René believed that the pineal gland in the brain connects the body with the mind to make up reality. To summarize the three main views on reality, I will be using the example of a unicorn, which is indeed a very real thing. Based on the idealist point of view, unicorns are real since the idea of a unicorn is real. Anybody can think of or imagine a unicorn, proving that the idea exists in the mind and that it's real. People can also perceive unicorns, for example in books or movies. Based on the materialist point of view, unicorns are real since there is actual material proof in the form of bones, which were discovered in March of 2016. The real unicorn, although very different from the mythical creature we imagine, walked the earth around 30,000 years ago. Based on the dualist point of view, the pineal gland that Berkeley believes connects the mind and body can be compared to belief or imagination, which connects the ideas that unicorns are real.